Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today I am reacting to TASHA K's tweet about TEA-GIF and Carlos King. I cannot help but feel like, y'all, I cannot help but think that at least Carlos King or perhaps TASHA K saw my video. I don't know which one or both. But at least one of them saw the video that I did yesterday where it says TASHA K drags Funky DINEVA, and the thumbnail says Carlos stole your show. Carlos stole your show. Listen, we had a whole situation, y'all, where we broke down TASHA K's video. We had a whole thing where we broke down TASHA K's video where she called Funky DINEVA the self-sabotager and all of the things. So none of the less, she was shouting out Carlos King, shouting everything out about, she said, I went back to my notes. I went back to my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything. Right? To make sure this just wasn't a reaction to my thumbnail or a reaction to my video. And in the notes, y'all, in the receipts, it says, you let Carlos King take your show. That's your friend you let steal your show, dumb ASS. Let me say it again. It said in TASHA K's video yesterday, it's at Carlos King, and she shouted out Carlos King multiple times and said, Carlos King, you let Carlos King take your show. That's your friend. You allowed your friend to steal your show, you dumb ASS. That is what TASHA K said. Right? But I've been saying that what Carlos King is doing on Monday nights with Claudia Jordan and Dustin is a reimagined version of TEA-GIF. It is a reimagined version. It is a repurposed version and all the things. But, we'll get into what TASHA K tweeted, because she must have gotten a phone call. The only reason that this is happening, she must have gotten a phone call. Or a text message like, hey, Tasha, can you please clear up with your audience that I didn't steal anything from Funky DINEVA, or maybe Funky DINEVA's, cussing out Carlos King. I don't know. But nonetheless, TASHA K said the following, y'all. And she wanted to post this on her Instagram so the Instagrammies can see it in all of its glory. So TASHA K, she tweeted on X, but then she wanted to get on here, and in the caption it says #RedWineNews. TASHA K speaks on Carlos King and Funky DINEVA Wino's thoughts with a side-eye emoji, right? And so it says, let me clear something up. Carlos King didn't steal anything from anyone with 2 exclamations, but according to my notes, it says you let Carlos King take your show. That's your friend that you let steal your show, dumb ASS. So now she's saying she didn't say it. Carlos King didn't steal from anyone. He doesn't have to steal from someone who would rather get high and drunk daily. His show is what Funky DINEVA should have been doing, but instead, Funky DINEVA investing in his show, he invested in his money into his dealer with 2 exclamation marks. She really wants Funky DINEVA to drag her tonight. I'm guessing that's what this is. She wants Funky DINEVA to respond. Carlos provides good, clean, drug-free entertainment. No. No, wait, Tasha. No. Tasha K. No. We're going to get into that in a second. Can't steal something that Funky gave away. Go, Carlos, go. TGIF is back on Monday. See, here we go. TGIF is back on Mondays with Carlos King and Claudia Jordan. Now Funky has a reason to slap the F out of me instead of calling me out his dirty bathroom and dirty shiplap baseboards. No, Tasha K! You said, shout out to Carlos King. Carlos King, you let Carlos King take your show. That's your friend. You allowed to steal your show. Dumb ASS, y'all. And here's the thing about this good, clean, drug-free entertainment. Now, here's the thing. You specifically said drug-free. And I want to remind you of Rojas season 9, where the whole season was about RAPE-gate and allegedly Candy and Todd trying to DRUG Portia. Who was the executive producer of that? Carlos King. And then, y'all, we had, Then we had on the last reunion of Love and Marriage Huntsville, the grooming allegations that came from Destiny, that she was alleging that Melody was quote unquote grooming her. Who was the executive producer on that show? Carlos King. So there is this affinity affiliated with DRUG and SEX. It's just not, he's not the alleged person that is the actual user per se, but he doesn't mind using these reality stars for the most salacious and grotesque allegations, y'all. And as far as show stealing, right? There have been these allegations. What was Nightcap? Nightcap was a repurposed version of Watch What Happens Live. What was, I'm trying to think what else. The Selling It in Atlanta show or whatever that Sheree Whitfield allegedly came up with, right? Got repurposed. What is that Houston Empire show? It sounds like it was originally Melody Cherie's show that she originally pitched, allegedly, right? Like we can go down the pipeline if we wanted to of all of these shows that it was allegedly somebody else's idea. It was allegedly somebody else's concept. What about the original Messy Mondays for Carlos King's show? Wasn't that by somebody else? Allegedly. And they called out Carlos King. It was originally supposed to be something else. And he doesn't say Messy Mondays anymore. Remember with Dr. Heavenly? And then it switched over to Mr. Mondays. And then it switched over to Reality TV Recap. But we gotta give the actual credit, because didn't Nene originally come up with this type of show? Where there's some back and forth, where people feel that Claudia, depending on whose side of the coin you're on and who you believe, they believe that this was originally Nene's idea for a show. And Claudia Jordan manifested it into TGIF on Fox Soul. But it is a repurposed version of TGIF, which is what Tasha K is basically saying at the end of her tweet, y'all. So I just wanted to get back on here and say thanks for tuning in. Even if you were in the bushes, thank you for tuning in. And I don't know if it came from Carlos King or who it came from, but somebody said something for Tasha K to make that tweet. Because this was less than 24 hours ago that you made this video. It shouldn't be causing all of this conversation unless you want there to be a conversation. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.